Alright guys, so the first mod we're going to be doing to the 100 series is actually a 270 awning. So now I was lucky enough that OPENROAD wanted to send me out one of their awnings to try and test. So I've got that on the ground just here next to Dotty, and I'll open that now and we'll have a look at what brackets need to go on the 100 series, not the 105. As you can see, I've just put the roof rack back on. So what I did is basically just paint it and cut the cage thing off it so it looks a bit better. So yeah, we'll see how we're going to fit that up, and we'll see what brackets they come with. We'll see how easy it is to install. I'll give you a quick little review on it, and then later down the track, once I actually use the thing, I'll give you a proper review. So let's get into unboxing it. So this is the packaging it comes with. It's actually not too heavy. I'll put on the screen how heavy the actual awning is itself. It's actually not too bad. Like, I could carry it pretty easy by myself, which is good because I'm here by myself and I don't really know how I'm going to install this by myself. So here is the awning itself. They're going to come out. Yep. There she is. Done. All right, so that is the awning here itself. So it obviously goes this way up. So I got to remember that when I'm putting the brackets on. But we'll sit that down for now. It's actually a really cool black bag. What I'll do now is some of the awnings that are for sale need to have the brackets secured at the back, which I don't know if this one does or not. So I'll have a look through the instructions. So most people get the K-on brackets with their awnings because you can adjust them. But as you can see, these brackets are actually pretty good themselves. So as you can see, I've got the bracket sitting up there now. So I can actually see how it's got that little bit here, which is for bracing, which I was a bit worried about, but I can actually sit that a bit further out like that and it'll sit perfect rather than having it sitting up. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll space them out evenly across the awning, then I'll sit it up there, and I'll have to make up some plates potentially to go on the bottom, or I can mount it just straight under those rails, which would be probably more beneficial. All right, so I just opened the bag of the awning itself and it came with this little bag here. This comes with the cords for the LED lights and the straps for either side of the awning to hold either side down, and then all the hardware you need to actually install the awning itself. So one thing I like is this is pretty similar to the Bushwhacker in the sense on the back. I've had the King's awning before and you had to actually poke holes in the bag to get to the rail at the back to mount the brackets, which was a pretty stupid idea because then it made my awning leak. So it was just dumb. But this is pretty cool because it's got the sliders already at the back, so I can tip all these out. So these are the sliders that go inside the awning at the back. You slide them in and then you can attach the brackets to them. So if I bring the camera close up, there's the little pieces here. You slide them in and you slide them down, and you put 3 in. I think, depends on the bracket. No, the bracket only wants the top 2 and the bottom 2, so 2 in each. So as you can see, they're all here. We slide them all in like that, and then we attach the bracket itself, which I will do now. All right, so as you can see, I have the brackets installed now and I'm able to move them around. So what I'm gonna do is sit it up there now, because like I said before, I really want it to line up with these. And then what I'll do is I'll make the bolts I'll drill a hole through them from the top. Then I'll make a little plate that goes under each one so that it has full support of what it's doing. So I just wanna line it up with them. So I'll sit it up there now and actually get it aligned to those rails. All right guys, so as you can see, I've actually got the awning installed. I didn't film any of it because it's actually really annoying to install and film at the same time, and I had my mate come over and help me, but it is ridiculously hot, so I just wanted to get it done. But I'll show you what I did. I actually had to modify the brackets a little bit, but other than that, it was pretty simple to install. So as you can see, the brackets usually go over the top and the bottom, but I actually had to drill new holes in the middle and cut off the bottom for it to be able to fit, because it was actually rubbing on my panel here, and this is how I wanted it to sit. It's exactly how I wanted it. And then I just made up plates at the bottom, and I've still got to put washers on it, but it's just ridiculously hot, so I couldn't be bothered doing it because it's really annoying. But I made up a plate under each one to sit under there. And then other than that, it's pretty simple. You just bolt it to how your roof rack is, and yeah, all I had to do was modify that because I wanted it to sit this low instead of being flipped and sitting up high. But as you can see, there's hardly any movement on it. So what I'm gonna do is move the car, I'll set up the camera and I'll open this thing up. So these are actually the straps that you use to hook on the back of the awning, then hook onto something to straighten it out. And it's just got a simple rope that you pull to tighten it. And you use this clip to untighten it. Simple as that. As you can see guys, the awning is all set up now. You can see it's on a little bit of an angle because I got it pulled tight at the front. But it's actually pretty windy today and it's extremely hot, but it provides a lot of shade. It's actually surprisingly really good. I'm a big fan of the bushwhacker awning because mum and dad and my cousin had that one and stuff. So I'm going to be comparing it a lot to that. And one thing I would say straight away, it comes with the poles. The bushwhacker, so these poles are just for support. You push them into the ground and then you turn them to the right, as so, and they're a little support. There's one on each corner. That is awesome because the bushwhacker one, you actually have to pay extra to get them, which is a bit stupid. Yeah, as you can see, it is so sick under here. I can like pull all my weight on that and it's not going anywhere. It's pretty good actually. That bolt looks like it's a little bit loose, but that's all right. So then these are the lights. I don't think I have an accessory socket in the back yet. So as you can see, it just hits the top of the tailgate with that pole there. If I move that pole out of the way, so this is for 100 series, 200 series or whatever, you can do what you want. So if I lift that up now, bang, clears perfectly. Doesn't hit the top. So I got an accessory socket here, which some dodgy guy put in, which looks absolutely terrible. So these are the cables, as I said, and on the back of it, it just has a USB, which I don't actually have an accessory socket on me, otherwise I'd plug it in. But yeah, as you can see, it looks pretty cool. I really like the look of this one. It's all black, which is sick, because I think black looks the best. I don't actually know what these are. Oh, they're like, so guys, you actually don't even need to make up your own brackets because I've just found that it comes with these brackets. So that's good, but yeah, that's handy. It comes with these brackets, you don't even need to make your own. That's good. So these are just the ropes to tie it down on each corner if it gets a bit windy. And I'm assuming these fell out. And we got two more poles, which you can use, I'm assuming, for the front, because these go in here, as you can see. They slide straight into that hole up there, and they're two poles for the front, which is sick. So overall, this awning is actually really good. I'm really impressed with it. It clears my tailgate, which I was worried about. I can put that down, and it's a 270 plus. It just looks absolutely sick. So I'm gonna put it down. I'll show you guys how easy it is to pack up, and then we'll finish off the video. Alright guys, it is another day and I've actually been out recently camping and used the 270 awning, so I thought I'd come back with a quick little video to update you guys on what I think the 270 awning is like. So I had it actually in some pretty bad wind and rain, and it actually stood up really well. So what I did was I just put the poles down on each thing, and it's got one of those little legs that you can pull up so it makes the awning kind of curve so the water all falls off. It didn't leak water at all through the canvas, which is actually a massive positive, because I know on the Kings one that I had, it leaked water like it was crazy. But as you can see, the bag's held up well already. No water has got inside the bag, which is awesome. I forgot to say the weight of this thing is about 25 kilos, so it's actually pretty light, and it it hasn't hurt my fuel economy at all. And on the V8, that's a pretty good thing because, you know, they use a lot of fuel. But overall, I'm actually loving this awning. It is a really good awning. The lights work killer. They work really good at night as well. You can see there's got like a little blue dot on the top, and you just click it and it turns on. It's like a pressure sort of thing. They don't draw many amps at all. I think it drew like 1 amp using all 3 lights, which is actually pretty good. But yeah, I thought I'd just come back with a little review on the awning. It was so good to use. It was good because I had my swag underneath it and it was boiling and it was raining, so it worked out perfectly. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to make sure you like and subscribe, as we've got the fit out video coming for the 100 series. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.